Today we will be presenting the downfall of the Ottoman Empire, leading into World War I. The Ottoman Empire was founded in 1299 by the August Turks in present-day Turkey. It reached its peak during the 16th and 17th centuries, where it controlled most of southeastern Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. During its peak, the Ottoman Empire and its capital, Constantinople, were the center of trading between eastern and the western parts of the world for 600 years. Throughout the 1800s and early 1900s, the Ottoman Empire began declining rapidly until it ceased to exist in 1923.
From the 1850s to 1923, there were a number of leaders and external causes that greatly contributed to the downfall of the empire. Around 1839, the Ottoman Empire was being modernized in what was called the Tanzimat reforms. This literally meant the reorganization of the Ottoman Empire. As this occurred, the government quickly began to lose money and was soon in debt. The government was struggling to regain control of their empire, faced by internal and external pressure.
Also during this time, the Ottoman Empire attempted to centralize their government, but was not able to because of steadily rising amounts of European influence.
Shortly after, there was also a period of drought followed by flooding that happened from 1875 to 1878. In addition to this, farmers in the USA began selling grains at cheap prices, which undermined many expensively priced European agricultural businesses. As a result, the Ottoman Empire became even more underwater financially.
Starting in 1877, Russia began invading the parts of the Ottoman Empire in order to expand their borders. Soon after, a war began, and the result, which was the Treaty of San Stefano, resulted in the independence of modern-day Romania, Serbia, Montenegro, and Bulgaria. Later, in a treaty created by the Congress of Berlin in 1878, Kars and Batum, Bosnia and Herzegovina, part of Serbia and Cyprus, were also lost. As a result of these treaties, the Ottoman Empire had already been reduced to Macedonia, Albania, Thrace, and other parts of North Africa.
In the early 1900s, Austro-Hungarian, Russian, and German forces began to look at expanding into the Balkan regions of the empire. By this time, the empire was falling apart. As the Christian Armenians were uprising, the Arab population was threatening to secede, and the regions in North Africa and Egypt had been under French and British control, who had driven the Ottoman military out.
In 1908, a group of rebels called the Young Turks attempted to replace the Ottoman Empire's absolute monarchy with a constitutional government. Led by Enver Pasha, they were mostly successful and created the second constitutional era, in which a multi-party democracy was established.
Soon after, the Balkan Wars broke out in late 1912. The Ottoman Empire was faced with opposition of the Balkan League, which consisted of the three countries that had achieved independence from the empire, which were Bulgaria, Greece, and Montenegro. The Ottoman Empire lost most of its European territory as a result. This war is often called a prelude to the First World War.
Shortly after, World War I began. Overall, the mid-1800s and early 1900s encompassed much of the downfall of the late Ottoman Empire. By 1923, the Ottoman Empire was completely dissolved, and thus all of its land belonged to different countries.